My CRPS story. It was originally in 2020, and I got it as a result of a surgery complication. So I had my gastroc and my fascia release. I had a nerve block. That was my mistake, and I knew something was wrong probably like a day and a half after surgery, because the nerve block was supposed to wear off within like 12 hours of the surgery. And on day 2 and 3, I still could not feel anything from the knee down, and I couldn't move my leg or any of my toes. Like maybe 2 days after that, I started just to get some, like when I say the most severe pain I've ever had in my life, I'm not exaggerating. I had to wear a boot, and the boot touching my foot and my toes was excruciating. It felt like someone had broken my foot and then lit it on fire. It just continued to get worse and worse, and everything that would touch it, socks, sheets, the wind, like if wind blew on it, out of this world pain. And luckily we have a friend who's a doctor, and he very quickly was like, I think you have CRPS, you need to get this looked into like right now, because the sooner you catch it, the better. Imaging and scans, and it turns out that the nerve block had caused my nerves behind because they do it behind your knee, had caused my knee like so much inflammation and swelling that it had basically like surrounded a nerve and cut it off and damaged it. And so that resulted in nerve damage from my knee down to my foot, and then CRPS for me specifically landed in my toes. I went to a pain doctor, and originally we tried a different form of nerve blocks. It was not the same thing I had that gave me CRPS. It was a nerve block that goes in your back. And the theory is that it will interrupt the nerve damage long enough that your nerves will rewire. So I found out later on that you were only supposed to do 3. And if 3 of those don't work, like don't do more. I did not know that at the time. My doctor just kept having me do them. So I ended up doing like 9 or 10 of them. It's like I could barely wear shoes. I had to wear like Birkenstocks through winter. I had to have them on the widest, like nothing could touch my foot. I for like 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, walked like this, so because none of my toes could touch the ground without pain, and it kind of gave me this weird limp. And my walking gait was off, so I had to do PT for that, which made the CRPS flare up. So for a while it was just this whole cycle, and I had a cane. I went to a new doctor, and they tried this first type of stimulator, and the idea was that for this stimulator, it attached to the outside of your knee, and you were only supposed to have it in for like 2 months. And they were like, if it can interrupt your nerves long enough, when it comes out, your CRPS should be gone. But they couldn't tell me if that would be a day or a year. I tried it because I wasn't quite ready for a spinal cord stimulator permanently placed in my back. They tried to put it in 2 different times, and you're awake and you're not numbed because you have to see if it helps. And they kind of concluded that my nerves were so damaged in my leg that this type of stimulator, it's called a peripheral nerve stimulator, would not work for me. And from there we moved on to a permanent spinal cord stimulator, and I finally got it put in, and truly has been one of the best things I've ever done. Temperatures still bother me, sheets, I still sleep with the foot bar that holds my sheets up. I still only wear bamboo socks, but overall, one of the best things I've done.